okay, lower income, especially in Africa. Africa, their population growth is the maximum. And in the Western world, actually in Europe it's okay, it's quite stable. Their population, each one they will have like at least 0.8 of population keep going. So they are going down, but not necessarily. With some even it's going to be balanced. And in the United States, it's going up. That's the only contradictory example for advanced country. United States, when I was at your age, about 20, I think that at that time, the U.S. population is less than 300 million, and right now it's over 300 million. It's 320 million or something. So their population keep going up. And when I went to the United States, I see many of the families that have more than 2 kids. A lot of them have 3 or 4. So a big car, so they need bigger car, and they have more than 2 kids. A lot of them have 3. So it's good. It's good. And this is a photo from China. Anyway, population is quite balanced. And in total, it's going up. And when population goes up, we need more food for that. And also, food will generate a lot of carbon emissions. And this is a photo of in Japan, after the tsunami earthquake. Okay. 311, tsunami earthquake. And this is in North Africa. There's a revolution, triggered by Facebook. Do you know about this kind of events? You know about this event? Revolution triggered by Facebook. You don't know that. A few years ago, when I talk about this, students know yes, because they are about high school students. But this event happened, probably you are still at the elementary school, so you don't care about this. That's Facebook. That's the first time people recognize that Facebook is so powerful. They turn over about 3 governments in North Africa. Tunisia is the first country encountered this problem, because I think it was more than 10 years. It was like 50 years ago, 15 or almost 20 years ago. You can take a look at Tunisia revolution. And at that time, their unemployment rate is about 30%, 30 more for young generations. So young generations, they cannot make enough money. So the young people, the 20-something, he had a kiosk shop, it's movable, with his bike, and he's selling something to the tourists. And he was stopped over by some policemen, saying that you need to pay the tax. So everything on his bicycle was confiscated. And he lost everything he had. He just wanted to make a living. So he was so angry, and he burned himself. He poured gasoline on his body, and he burned himself. And the tourists were very surprised, shocked. Nobody dared to touch him. And but they took the film. They took the film. And at that time, your generation don't use Facebook a lot. You use IG, but at that time they posted on the Facebook, and all the Tunisian young generation were very angry because everybody felt the same. They all got unemployed. They cannot get a job. They cannot make a living. They just want to make a living. Why you are so serious about this young generation? So everybody was they need to have a revolution. They want the government to step up. And the government has soldiers, tank, guns. They fire a few shots. They did fire. And all the Western people in America warned them that you cannot do that. So at the end, the president just fled away to other countries. And the government had a new election for the new president. So it became their plan, Facebook. So they all do the Facebook. And not only Tunisia. Tunisia, do you know Tunisia? Tunisia, it's like in the middle of North Africa. Okay. They are also Muslim country, Tunisia. They were rich before because they have a good mind. And Libya, and then after that is Libya, and then Egypt. The government, these three countries, the government will all turn over because of Facebook. And young generation at the time were not happy. They gather on the street and they want the government to be responsible. And this is in Germany. Okay, they demonstrate about the EU fiscal pact. It is because Germany is the main economic power of the whole Europe. Okay, and at that time, they call it the European pig. They call it the European pig because they are, their name just like PIG, Italy, Spain, and Portugal. Okay. And also all this in the southern Europe, these five countries, they are not good financially, so they need other support. And the main support is from Germany, and they ask Germany to write off some of the debt. For example, I owe you, I borrow money from Germany, and they ask, I borrow like 10 billion, and I ask if I can only pay back like 3 billion, something like that. So Germany was so angry. And but they had to do that. Otherwise, the EU would be collapsed. So they have a fiscal pact. So after that, I've known a German professor for quite a long time, and he told me that after this pact, usually he can retire like after 55, and he can get a full pension. But after the fiscal pact, he can get a full pension until 67. He can retire early, but his retirement pension is only 50 from 60, 70, 80, 90, until he's 65, he can get 100%。所以这个就是德国了哈，它有财政的条款，为了给其他经济不好的欧洲国家付钱不用还或者低利，所以他们延后退休，退休金变少。And this is Catalonia. Does anyone know Catalonia? Catalonia is a small region in Spain. You know the Spain, right? Spain. Okay, it's a small region, and it has been for a few thousand years. Catalonian people think they are not Spanish, but they are always under the Spanish kingdom. And they think, well, this is, right now we are in the 21st century, so they want to be independent. They think their culture is different, they have their own language, they're still speaking their own language. It's like a dialect. For Spain, it's like a dialect. 加泰隆尼亚他们要寻求独立，在那个我以前不知道，在西班牙里面，他是在那个 Zara 那边 ，Zara 就是加泰隆尼亚那个地区，他寻求独立，后来被抓嘛，被抓。So actually, the world becomes so stable after you were born. Before you were born, the world is so stable because everybody just making money. The WTO make the world so flat. Everybody making money, but I think that after 2005, the world become to be unstable. About a lot of riot, conflict, confrontation begin to happen, and the right wings grows. The right wing grows, and the right wing, the first shot for the right wing is Brexit. Okay, British out of Europe, Brexit, and it got passed. And then, the second last shot is the trade war between U.S. and China. And after this, the world becomes so stable. 所以现在是一个保守主义的形式。WTO 就让世界平了，世界平，大家都在就是 the only one green in the world. For every product, if you are the winner of the ring, you'll be very rich. If you are second, you are still okay, but if you are third or fourth, you are not going to make a lot of money. Okay, and a lot of the local people are not satisfied. So, nationality becomes, rise again. Okay. Anyway, besides a lot of conflict and confrontation, a lot of resources we rely on, such as water, energy, are depleting as well, and also culture. And because of triple W, the website, etc. I think that right now, English, those who speak English, their culture will always be even stronger. And if your speaking language is not too large, in China, no problem, they are big. And like, for example, like India, they almost no Hindi. They only speak English because there are too many dialects. And they do not have unified Hindi. So they only speak English. And all the Indian culture is gone. And German speaking is only about the same size about Japan. So they're always worried. So in our department, we have a German department. And then one professor is from either Germany or Austria who speak German. They have a volunteer professor always in the whole world. When you have a German department, they will send a professor to you for free. They pay the money. So we always have a German professor because they are afraid the German culture will be gone. Japanese culture, they are afraid it will be gone. The population is about 100, more than that, 120 million people. They are afraid that the culture will be gone. There are not many people speak Japanese, but I think Japanese will be there. Korean is even more risky You know, the whole population, north and south, altogether is about 85 million. 85 million. Indonesia, you have a larger population. But I know you have many dialects, right? And we have a unified language. That's good. If you do not have, you are like India. You be like India. You become. And so, you know, a lot of like French said, you know, French-speaking country are not that much. And Spanish is okay. Portuguese is still okay. Because Brazilians speak Portuguese, right? And most of besides, except Brazil, you know, all the Mid and South America, they speak Spanish. So Spanish is okay. Many people are using that. Italian is a risk as well. Right? Not many speak Italian. Only Italy speak Italian. So a lot of culture will be gone. And climate changing, so you know, we see either drought or flood. This is in the southern part of America after the cyclone and drought, too much rain. So you know, the climate changing is not like we were before. And survival line. I think that last time we talked about survival line, then it's 1.5 degree. Okay, 1.5 degree increase. And actually, the real survival line is 2 degrees. And the reason for that is if the average temperature goes beyond 2 degrees, and what happens? The whole world is not irreversible. It means that it will not come back to what it is right now. Right now it's all balanced. It's all balanced. And when the temperature goes beyond 2 degrees for a few years, even though it will cool down later, the environment, the whole world will not be like what we see right now. It will be totally changed. It will be totally changed. And trust me, this change is not good. We are in almost the best environment of the earth ever. We are quite lucky. You know, the human being was at this moment, you know, we were quite lucky. And this is the protocol. This is the protocol, you know, Kyoto Protocol. It was raised in 1990, proposed in 1990, and they hope that you know, they want to reduce the carbon emission in 2050 by this amount. But actually, you know, it's just a protocol. There's no incentive, or you know, they cannot do anything. So everything is missed. So you know, we need to have a new solution, you know, to reduce the carbon emission. And when we talk about 1.5 degree increase, we need to have a comparison baseline. And the baseline is here. Remember this year, 1850. 1850 is the year before the industrial era begins. So before this, you know, we do not burn a lot of coal. Actually, we burn. Okay, we use coal. We use coal, you know, to warm our body, you know, to warm the family, but it's not in the industrialized size. For family use, society use, it's trivial, it's okay. But we do not burn in like a big burner, industrial use. So after this, it's going to increase. And right now, it's about here. Actually, it's about over there at 1 degree, actually, in reality. in reality, it's about 1 degree increase by a lot of organizations. The statistics show about the same results. So this, when I draw here, it's important. It means that why is it important? It means that it's going to be very possible to be in the exam. So you pay attention. Okay, pay attention. Okay, so this is the year 1850. Okay. Survival 9. Okay, at least you have to read this part. Okay, this part. Survival 9. Okay. So of course this part. Okay. Yeah, this is a special picture. Figure. I took it from my other course lecture. This talks about what our Earth has been through before, from the beginning to right now. Okay. And I'm not going to tell you about the history. I just want to tell you about this. This is the sea level. Sea level. And this red line is the sea level right now. So when you compare the sea level, you see it's quite a big difference, right? Quite a big difference. And this is by inch. So it has been this high. So it means that the sea dominated almost the whole world. And right now we are here. Actually, it's quite low. So the land, at this moment, actually is quite large in the Earth history. And usually it is affected by the temperature. The sea level is affected by temperature. It means that for all this period, the temperature is very high. The temperature is very high. And where is human being? Human being begins from about this time. There's no human being. And these are dinosaurs, right? Dinosaur, Jurassic. This is Jurassic period. Okay, and dinosaur was ended here. Dinosaur ended. And for each period, this percentage is the incineration percentage of all the living things. 所以这个是代表那个叫什么生物种灭亡率，曾经最高达到70%。So it's like incineration ratio of the living things. So for this period, 70%, and really because of volcano. And why the dinosaur disappeared? We have to be happy the dinosaur disappeared. Otherwise, there are no human beings. Okay, dinosaur disappeared because of means that. Oh. Okay. So, and in about from you might not know that from 16th year of 1600 to about 1800, there are 200-300 500 of period. You know, the whole world is in they call it a small IC era. It means that at that time we've gone through about 300 years of very cool weather, just before the industrial period. So before this period, the whole world was cool for 30 years. I can delete it. It's too very similar. It's too similar. And this is per capita. You know, this is the whole amount. Okay, for the whole country, and this is per capita. So for per capita, United States, you know, each one, their carbon footprint is the largest. It's 14, almost 15 tons. And how about Taiwan? Taiwan is like Korea. It's very hot. We are about 11 tons each one. We have 11 tons. So remember how many trees you have to grow? 11 tons if you want to, you know, neutralize what it means. 11, about you have to plant about 13 to 15 trees a year. And then it can balance your carbon footprint. So you know, later on, you know, you don't have to donate money, you know, to churches or temples. You just go to grow trees. Each year, each one grow 14 trees. And then you say, well, I'm a carbon neutralized person. 所以你每个人种14棵树，就等于说我是碳中和的carbon neutral person. Okay. It can be your own mark, okay, personal mark. So Taiwan, you know, we emit a lot of each person because you know in Taiwan, company only look at how to make money, so they don't really care about carbon emission. But right now, because of a lot of custom, you know, like carbon tax, etc. So if they don't look into this problem, later on they cannot export. So they really look into this problem. But most of the European countries, you know, even though their GDP is quite high, but as you see, like Germany, they are also industrialized country, but they're, you know, Japan and you know, they are about the same, about 9 tons. They are still lower than Taiwan, even though they are very industrialized country. Now Brazil, you see, Brazil is very low. Do you know the reason? Brazil is a very special country in the whole world. Right now they say that, I was told, you know, by one of the professors from Brazil, he said that they have achieved their electric power generation has achieved net zero. Why? Because they all use hydraulic power. Their hydraulic power is so powerful, right? 巴西他说他们已经他们的 renewable energy 已经 100% 电的方面，为什么？因为全部都从水里来，他没有办法，天然就这么好。India has a lot of problems. Even though, you know, they right now there's a trade war between U.S. and China, and India could be replaced. But India is very, very bad in their infrastructure. It's really bad in their infrastructure. You know, last night I looked at the news. They said that Bangalore is their, you know, Indian Silicon Valley. Okay, but they do not have a dam or anything, they do not have water system to support the large population, 3 million, and also a lot of industry. So right now, a lot of companies that want into the area, right now they are defeated, they are moving out because not enough water. They rely on wells, they drill large wells to supply. And right now, there was a drought, so not enough water to supply. It's a big problem. India always has a problem. Why China can, have speed up of their industry? It is because they have very good infrastructure. They have very good infrastructure. I was invited by Indonesian. You have custom association, your customs by your country, Indonesian custom association, about import and export. And also the cold chain, you have a cold chain association. I was invited there to teach them about cold supply chain. And at the end, the chairman asked me one question. They said that is it possible that Indonesia can be the second China in economic development? Did you understand my question? And I told him, if Indonesia stick to 2 rules, you will be the second China. The first rule is investing in infrastructure. The second rule is investing in education. And I look at your statistics that Indonesia has the highest percentage of young people getting into college in the whole Asian country. You know that? Really? You know that? So Indonesia, it was my surprise. I look at the figure like Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam, Philippines, many Asian countries, and you have the highest percentage of young people going to college. That's good. The other is infrastructure. You need to keep investing the money in the infrastructure. And the year I went there, you are investing in all the expenditure of the government. You invest more, the larger percentage in logistics. I think it's good. So you have to keep investing for 20 years, and you will have a chance. It's what I told them. And right now I still stick to this path. And it is because compared to India, China, why China became so powerful in 30 years? The economy was like a child, and then the second giant right now, compared, stronger than Japan, stronger than Germany. Why? It is the same. All the Chinese people like to start. They have to start education, and the second is they just keep building the infrastructure, highway, railway, airports, etc. Everything. Okay, and all the irrigation system, all the sewage system, all the water system, everything. That's what China can develop so well. So the infrastructure of China actually is very good, really good. Compared to India, it's much better, much better. So India has a lot to learn from China. Right now, India also, the people, are climbing to the train to have a free ride. they're doing that. It's very dangerous, dangerous. And for Indonesia, at that time when I was there, I tried to take Jakarta. It's not really far away from Jakarta, right? 300 meters, 300 kilometers, or 200, or about that, right? So it's not far away, but I asked that if it is possible, I take a train or a bus. They said no, not possible. You take probably a whole day or something. So your infrastructure is still part of that. You need to have a good highway, and right now I know that you have highway system, right? High-speed rail. But only half of Java Island, only 1/3. So you need to build more. If you build more, in 10 years or 20 years, at least if you have a high-speed rail and a highway to link between the whole Java Island, it would be very good. And I went to Vietnam. Is similar. Vietnam, from south to north, their population is also very large. It's about 100 million. In 越南也有到1亿人，印尼有2.6亿，所以他们 very high population, probably better than India. Your infrastructure, I think, is better than India. So keep doing it. 那个越南，我去那边看，它有1亿人，现在越南发了，你知道吗？Vietnam becomes very rich. Everybody busy, and all the opportunities. It's like China 20 years ago, or 30 years ago. It's like China. You find all the money everywhere, all the opportunities. Because after the trade war, all the companies are moving to Vietnam. So I'm telling you, if you have opportunity to go to ASEAN when you graduate, just go. That's second. It's a good opportunity. In Vietnam, but I told Vietnamese people that because I have relationship with their logistics association, I told them that your country development has problem. Too much corruption. Of course, I told to Vietnamese friends, I cannot talk to their government. I talked to their friends, some of them told me that your corruption is very serious, And even right now, you do not have a highway from the north to the south. From Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City, no highway. Still the same. It's from the south to north, it's more than 1,000 kilometers. Very long, but it's not connected. It's all, they have highway, but only regional. Regional, Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi, and middle a little bit. And in between, so from the north to the south, they have to take airplane. They cannot take ground transportation, or impossible. If they take, it might take 2 or 3 days from the north to south. If you use it by bus, it's almost 3 days. So maybe, and in Vietnam, their corruption is very serious. 越南那个贪腐很严重。我们那个去那里就是那个台山啊，他跟我讲说，老师你看这条路，大概4、5公里，很大，就是新开的，3、4公里。他说这条路呢，已经盖了2年了，盖一半。他说2年前应该要盖好，这个只盖一半。然后他们的钱呢，这个比如我现在预算都这条要盖3亿，其中2亿自动的不见，只剩下1亿在盖，所以每次只盖3亿。所以一条路呢要编3次预算。他说那个越南的corruption，corruption is you know, Vietnam they are just lucky. They're just lucky. They have middle-sized population close to China, so many Taiwanese companies invest there, and also many Chinese companies invest in Vietnam. So their economy really boomed, but you know, they have their problem of being corrupted. And you know, I looked at their Vietnamese education. You know, the population going to college is only about less than half than Indonesia. So you have a lot of opportunities if your corruption is not serious.哦，聊到下线了，好了，所以今天就先到这边，